Hi there, it's your second favorite DP right here, okay? No, that's Deadpool, you silly little Hufflepuff. Anyways, I'm gonna need you to shut up that pretty little mouth of yours and pay attention because the show's about to start, alright? And, I don't know about you, but I know who's my vote for sexiest ex-soldier turned pop culture show host. Alright, enough foreplay, let's get on with the show.
Hey, everybody, welcome, one and all. Today is June 30th, 2026. This is episode, I don't even know. I've lost count because I stopped doing episodes, apparently. I don't know. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Oh, God bless it. I appreciate y'all in the chats. Hey, Paula. Hey, Heath. Anubis, what's up? Obviously, this is the show where I stay up to date on all the ins and outs of what's happening in pop culture so you don't have to. I'm CQ. I am the host. I know it's been a while. Remember, this is what I look like. This is CQ here. This is what I'm doing. I do Pop Culture Warrior. I do sometimes, once in a blue moon, a show called Pop Culture Warrior. Thanks for joining us tonight. But of course, I can't do it alone. No. I need a trusty show host. Show co-host. And ladies and gentlemen, speaking of people who don't do this show very often, let's all welcome back Angry Elf, everybody.
Hello there.
Woo!
Yeah, it's been a
minute.
What, 6 months, maybe a year.
6 years.
What century is this?
8 years. Oh man. Somebody already called out why is Spider-Man being blocked. First of all, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because here at WTF Nation Radio, we now have a drink sponsor. What? WTF Nation Radio is brought to you by Double Time Sports Drink. I do got to crack it open. It is a veteran-founded and owned sports drink company based out of the Virginia area with amazing flavors like Warrior Watermelon. I think one of them is called Firewatch Fruit Punch and Tactical Tango Mango. So
Tactical Tango Mango. Ooh.
That's right. There we go. This is my first official sip.
Does it taste like leg tears?
No, I'm just kidding. Imagine like, oh my God. It's so horrible. No, it's actually pretty good.
That was the first, last, and only show that was sponsored by Double Time.
We were formerly sponsored by Double Time. No. That's pretty good. I'm trying to think, what does it taste like? It honestly does taste like a healthy alternative to like a Gatorade is what it, I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 cholesterol, a little bit of sodium, 0 carbohydrates, 0 sugars. You got your potassium, your vitamin C, your magnesium, your zinc. It's got everything you needed.
Everything a growing veteran needs.
Everything. Is it fuel up, move fast, stay mission ready, Double Time. But yeah, they're very, very nice of them to sponsor us, and so you'll be seeing us when we're around the game table at FTX playing with the guys. You'll see us slugging away on some amazing Double Time sports drinks, and yeah. So that's that. If you there's like the Where's Waldo, like, find the hidden Double Time sports drinks in the background. Anyway, that was a great segue or not. Removed from the Spider-Man shelf. Sponsor or not, removed from this. I love it.
Wow.
I get on Kalshi and put money that Angry Elf is going to have them. Okay. Scott Rosa, comment of the night so far. He says that he's going to get on Kalshi, the betting website thing,
Right,
and put money that Angry Elf is going to have more hosting shows than CQ for the year. Very funny. Very funny.
And we're already in the 7th month.
Oh God, that's the crazy thing. It is flying by so fast.
Oh yeah.
This year has been just a blur. So many things have been happening. I just honestly, I don't even know where to begin. So first up, let me get obviously I've been out for a few weeks. I was sick one week. I was on vacation another week. So I do got to catch you up. But in just the last week alone, I've been fortunate enough to see a number of movies early, and I wanted to share that with you guys. Let me just pull up my notes here. There we go. Well, I did get to see Disclosure Day before it came out, which I gave it a meh. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It was all right. I think I saw it finished its theatrical run at like 198 million, which I mean, it's nothing to sneeze at, but for a Steven Spielberg movie, you'd think, I kind of called it. It was all right. It was fine. It was fine. I did see last week before it came out, Jackass, the final, was it called like Jackass One Last Time or Last and Final or something like that?
Do you have those tidy whities on?
I don't have them on, but I have them on me. Yes. Presented. There you go. Oh, look at that. In all of its beautiful glory. Oh,
what size are those?
Your mama's. Boom. Imagine it's like size. Yo mama. I believe this is an XL. Jesus Christ. That is a whole lot of XL. But yes, it was called
That could be a sail on a sailing boat.
Best and last. My thoughts on it were, I loved Jackass, right? Growing up, I think we all did. It was so much fun. It was hilarious to see these guys just brutalize each other. I don't know if I've matured. I don't know if it's just sad seeing a bunch of old people hit each other in the balls. I don't know. But it didn't, to turn a pun, it didn't hit the way it used to. I will say this, if you're thinking about going to see it, understand that I would almost say the majority of it, we're talking 55 to 60% of it, is clips from old movies and shows. Like it's a best of is basically what it is. It's like this was our life of Jackass. Now, they did sprinkle in a couple of new bits and a couple of things that are old, that were archived, that were never seen. I can think of 2 or 3 where they're like, this has never been seen, and for good reason. One of them, Johnny Knoxville shoots himself in the chest with a 38, and he's wearing a bulletproof armor. And this is like season 1 stuff where they were like, it did not clear the censors to air on TV of him shooting himself in the chest, even though he was fine. And then there was another one, I forget what it was. Something with the police. They got arrested, and so they never aired that one. But yeah, so I mean, it was honestly, it was kind of a bummer. You see these guys, especially because you're looking back at the old days, like you're seeing guys like Ryan Dunn, who's no longer with us. You're seeing guys like Bam, who, all these guys got strung out on drugs and alcohol, and you see them all just like, you're like, I don't know. It was just kind of sad. It was just kind of sad to really watch. I don't know. I am. I don't know. They didn't think it needs to be a movie. You gotta got like an HBO Max special, or a Netflix special. And
it'll be on Prime. Not Prime. Paramount Plus here probably in 2 weeks.
I would say it didn't. For me, it didn't necessitate a mass theatrical release. It just, like, even the last one, at least it was like a full movie of them, beating on each other. And this one, I honestly want to say that maybe 25%, maybe 35 at most % was new material. And that's kind of the whole reason you go see the show. Anyway. And then the last thing that I saw just yesterday, Minions and Monsters, the new, what's the company?
Universal.
Well, it's Universal, yeah, but it's like the Illumination, I think it's called
Illumination. That's it, yeah. Illumination.
Yeah, the new Illumination movie. It not a bad film. I took my kid. Not a bad film.
Yeah.
I don't think it does anything that's like for me, like when I look back at movies, especially because like I saw Toy Story 5 recently, and as I'm looking back at these like franchises, long running franchises, like there's always those moments that stick out. Like, oh, I remember in part 1 this happened. I remember in part 2, like the general story, but it's like always these moments that really stick. And I'm like, in this one, it's just like it's a cute
Yeah.
movie, cute story. There was and honestly, this is between us girls here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh there was some dark stuff in there, man. There was like some head chopping off, uh shoving things up places, where I'm like, I know, am I turning into one of them old fogies that are like, because I'm like, I don't want to be one of these people that are like, they're showing sodomy to our children. Like I don't want to be that guy, but like, it's like this is a movie for kids, and I'm like, at one point, like the comedy was that like this giant fell down, and he fell down on a big, and he's just he's like, oh, and I'm like, that's what we're going with. We're going with anal penetration for the children, for laughs. And I was just like, okay, dark. At one point, they showed it in the commercial, but at one point it's like the queen sitting there, and then he like falls asleep, and the little fucking axe thing falls down, and her head falls down, and you see the neck hole, and all that was missing was like the blood. Like it looked like a slice of ham. Like it was like, I'm like, this is for kids. This is some dark shit, man. I don't know if I'm just turning into an old man, but
Well, you kind of are turning into an old man. I mean, have you seen? I took my kid recently to what is it called? The Amazing Digital Circus. They put their last two episodes on as a movie. It's is it a Netflix series or is it on YouTube? But anyways, I knew nothing about it. My kid had watched it. She wanted to go see it, so I took her. And then I'm sitting through this thing going,
dark stuff, man.
now I have to start screening my 10-year-old's viewing habits. Son of a,
I'm like,
But then
we
again,
grew
I'm
up
like, wait a
watching.
minute. Yeah. Oh
We
yeah.
grew up
Oh
watching
yeah.
South Park. We grew up watching Simpsons. We grew up watching. I was at Happy Tree Friends. Remember that shit was fucking
Yep.
dark.
Ren and Stimpy. What we grew up watching Jackass.
Yeah, I just and yet still I'm kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
which funny enough, it was driving me nuts because obviously watching the Minions movie, like, I mean, obviously the Minions speak their little Minion language, whatever. And then like you can like, there's certain voice actors that you just pick up on their voice. You're like, oh, I know who that is. And then there's this one little green guy. Is like, it's almost like baby Cthulhu.
Yeah.
And the voice, it was driving me insane because I'm like, I recognize this voice, but I just couldn't. And it was clear that they had like audio tuned it up, very very high voice, like very very high.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but just the way they spoke and just the rhythm, like I'm like, it's so crystal clear to me, and it's driving me nuts. I finally, after the movie, had to go and search it. It's Trey Parker. Half the voices of South Park was the voice of it. And I'm like, that's why, because it sounded like Kyle or Stan were very, very high. It was like, but like obviously you could tell they like auto-tuned it way up. But I'm like, oh my God, that's why it sounds so familiar. And I was like, it makes sense that this movie's kind of a little risque. One of the voices of South Park's in it. But yeah, anyway. I wanted to ask you, since we're talking about movies, summer season, have you seen Supergirl?
Mm-mm.
Not seen Supergirl.
I have not seen Supergirl. I might take the kid this weekend or later this week to go see. It's either take her to see Masters of the Universe or take her to see Supergirl. Her choice. Because I've seen Masters of the Universe, but she didn't want to go with me when I went.
What did you think of Masters? I mean, obviously, personally, I felt it was a good movie overall.
Yeah.
But I think I had texted you too, where I was like, I think this movie was made for you. Like, I think it was made specifically for people like you. But what are your thoughts?
I sat there for probably a good 80 to 90% of the movie with a freaking shit-eating grin on my face. So there was definitely like the cameo from Dolph Lundgren was
Yeah.
like pristine. Some of the uh, didn't particularly care for the whole how the film opened and
Yeah. All
its
the Earth
first
stuff.
act. Yeah, the Earth stuff I could have done without it, but then I was like, oh wait, that's a callback to the Dolph Lundgren movie. All right, we'll give it a pass. But outside of that, once the movie got rolling, I mean, there's some stuff that I take some like reservations, but then again, they come back and they make one. This movie was definitely making fun of itself, especially towards
Yes.
the end of the movie.
Yes.
Like, there's definite points where it's like, especially there's one point, where they're all sitting there just like the Filmation, movie,
It's
like ha 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 ha, and you're like, okay, yeah, I mean, I get it, it makes sense, I'll accept it, but like, we're going there, okay,
it was
and
everything
so
short of them looking at the camera and being like, like
exactly,
that was
oh
like the
yeah,
only thing missing. Winking at the
and
camera.
and then getting all excited with the after credits or the post credits, mid credit scenes and stuff, and then you sit there like a week later, a week and a half later, and you're looking at the box office, going, so this is another
Mhm.
one, right? Because if you remember, if you ever saw the Dolph Lundgren movie, that had a post credit scene. If you're aware,
Really? I didn't know that.
yeah. So at the end of the movie, after the credits roll, Skeletor pops his head out of the water and says, "I'll be back." And there was supposed to be a sequel, but it never happened, obviously. And
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here going, "Here we go. We're gonna keep a franchise. Keep doing the franchise. What the franchise does, make these post credit scenes, and then can't fulfill them."
It's unfortunate because again, I'm not a huge He-Man fan. Never have been, never will be.
Yeah.
But I do give them credit. I felt like you said, it was a movie that didn't take itself seriously, leaned into the comedic nature of it. It's as if you
Yep.
took Adam West's Batman movie or
Hmm.
show and made a movie out of it. You know what I mean? And gave it like AAA budget and special effects.
Yeah.
Um, eh, I Skeletor was the best part of the movie. I mean, absolutely. I hate to give Jared Leto his flowers. I really do. Uh, but man, it was perfect.
I will tell you this: if I didn't know going into the movie that Jared Leto was playing Skeletor, if they just kept that quiet and sat through the movie, I would have been like, "Oh man, whoever's playing Skeletor is awesome." And then you see in the credits going, "It's Jared Leto." I would have had,
No fucking way.
I probably would have had an aneurysm in the theater, and that would have been it. I mean, but yeah, it was. I mean, it was good. I'm the only thing that gives me pause is the fact that I've seen some reactions coming out of Amazon, and it's like the lackluster box office, and Amazon's like, it's fine, it's fine. So they either don't care, or they've got enough money floating around. Jeff Bezos is a closet He-Man, fan. It's like, it doesn't matter if it makes $1, it makes $1 trillion. We're making the sequel. We're bringing everybody back.
Well, there are cases where, you know, something that doesn't perform well in the box office picks up in streaming, and people that
Hmm.
didn't give it a chance will give it a chance at home when they can watch it for free, quote unquote. Um, and then you have to also take in like all the tie-ins, all the commercial stuff, all the toys
Yeah,
and things like that. There's money to be had. So even if it lost money in theaters, it could still be profitable overall, and
I
at
mean,
least enough to make a sequel.
I did my part. I already pre-ordered my steelbook. Uh, got to keep that physical media alive.
I'm doing my part.
Exactly.
Actually, is a comment in the chat that made me want to think of this. So, for the folks at home, let me know, what's the best movie you've seen recently. I'm last year. So last summer blockbuster period, summer box office period to this one. What is the best movie you've seen in theaters? In theaters, I want to say in theaters. You saw it in theaters. And then also, what's been the biggest disappointment? Because honestly, still a little sick. Right now, Jackass is kind of my biggest disappointment. Because I figured Disclosure Day was going to be like it was. I figured Supergirl was going to do like it does. But I expected more from Jackass, which is surprising to say. Like, I expected more from Jackass.
Yeah. If
Scott
I had to
says,
say my biggest,
okay.
oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
dude.
Read the
No, no,
comment.
no.
Oh, I
You
was gonna say my biggest disappointment of the year has to be Iron Lung.
really?
I didn't like it. I went with a couple friends, and the whole reason we walked in the theater was basically off of internet buzz and stuff. We're like, oh, this is gonna be cool, and then none of us got up to walk out of the theater because we were like, is the other guy, the others like enjoying this? And then we all walk out of the theater and we all like, had the exact same reaction. I was like, what the fuck was that?
That's funny.
So
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little surprised because now I hadn't seen it. I haven't seen it. I will
okay,
caveat with that. But everything I read was like it's a triumph of cinema, and like, not to say that it's this amazing movie, but that it was the fact that it was like self-produced and self-published and self-directed, like for what it is, for the budget it was made at, like it's incredible.
oh yeah. But I mean, if let me put it this way, without spoiling anything. One, it's based off of a video game
Yep.
that I guess all happens in the
That's how you
capsule of this
yeah.
submarine,
Mm-hmm.
and outside of one other actor who you can't really see their face and one, maybe two other voices that come over a radio, there's only one actor. It takes place in this sub, and it gets to a point where you're kind of like, yeah, so nothing else is gonna, yeah,
Well,
okay.
for those that
So
don't remember, and I forget what year it is because I'd love to be like the 2009 block, but I don't remember what year it is. Ryan Reynolds in a box, buried. That was a movie where I went, so that's it. Like, it's just him in a box. Like, that's what we're doing. Like, that's what we've signed up, and we've all agreed that we're gonna sit here, and do that. The fucking audio is still bugged. Oh man, I gotta figure out what is wrong with the audio in this thing. It's not on your end. It's got to be something on my end. I don't know what it is. I'm this close to just tearing it all down and rebuilding it from scratch. Like because I can't figure out
did
what
you
that.
do that like 2 years ago? You did
Yeah,
that like 2 years ago.
probably what started the echo. Probably.
Echo, echo, echo,
Yeah,
echo,
he sounds like
echo.
he's speaking into a megaphone. Sorry. Let me see. Maybe if I lower it. I don't know. I'm gonna try lowering your voice and then see if that does anything. I don't know. I give up at this point. I gotta rebuild this whole thing from scratch. It could be who knows what it could be. It could be a million things. He says it sounds fine to him. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Here, I'll just start holding up. I'll just start holding up cue cards.
No. Still waiting for people in the chat. Nobody said nothing. Best movie they've seen, worst movie they've seen, disappointing movie. Nobody saying nothing. Just
Now,
reverb.
I will say the best movie I've seen was Project Hail Mary. I mean, now, as somebody who read the book, I did have a couple problems with the movie, but I understand that they're going to take, uh, creative license and
Liberties.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and there's some other stuff that like I get it. You can't go through all the details, otherwise this book would have turned out to be a 6-hour movie. But um, overall, I thought it was still pretty good.
I loved that. I can't remember a non-superhero related movie
Hmm.
that I saw in theaters multiple times. And I saw Project Hail Mary 3 times in theaters because I
Nice.
enjoyed it that much. Like, that is
Nice.
like Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man, Brand New Day, or No Way Home
Hmm.
levels of watching. Um, oh my God. They really fucking nailed it.
Oh
They
yeah.
really, really nailed it. It was really good. So yeah, that was probably my highlight of last year. I think of the last year is probably my highlight. I'm trying to think what else. Um,
What else? I mean, now if we were talking movies that were good, and I'm glad I went and saw it in theaters, Send Help. Did you see Send Help?
yeah, the Sam Raimi one. No, I didn't. I
Yes.
didn't see that one. But I
That
heard good
one.
things. I heard really good
That
things.
one was. Um, I didn't have too many. I can't even think of a problem I had with the movie. But it was. I mean, it was definitely. I was glad I saw it in theaters. I came back and like, for one, I told like my wife likes horror and stuff like that. I was like, you need to go watch it. So when it finally came on streaming or whatever, she watched it and she liked it. But it was a good movie to go, sit down and watch. Another one that I liked was, oh, I screw up the title all the time. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Yes, yes, that's the one with Sam Rockwell.
Uh, Sam Rockwell is the weird
Yes.
time traveler dude.
Yes. Dude, one thing, and I was just having this conversation with somebody just the other day where I go, I don't know if it's because of Back to the Future, because of how much I
Mhm.
love that movie, but I fucking love time travel movies. I don't
Oh
care
yeah,
how bad they are. I don't care how wonky they are, how they don't make sense, the plot holes. I just love a good time travel movie. Um, like even the sappy romantic ones, Time Traveler's Wife,
oh yeah.
or there's the other one I just saw not too long ago. Um, it's about this guy who his whole male bloodline can travel time. Like, that's just a thing. In the genetically
Yeah.
they can do it. And the whole story is about how even though I can travel time, like, I learned the valuable lesson is I'm happy with the way things are and I don't want to mess with it. Like, that's the whole thing. But movies like that, I love time travel movies. And so yes, especially when there's shenanigans and trippiness and
Yep.
wild stuff. Probably why I like Terminator movies, right? Like all those time travel shenanigans. I love it. I eat it up. I can't. Dude, there was one. Did you ever see, and it wasn't like a super big theatrical release. I literally think they released it on YouTube. It was
Mhm.
called Primer. And it was
Primer.
these guys that made a movie.
Uh-huh.
And it is the best time travel movie ever made, right? In
Primer
in
on
in
YouTube.
in of itself, it's not that like, oh, the story's all that great, but like in the way they utilize time travel without all the heavy exposition, you have to watch the movie
Oh,
like 6 times to like
right.
really understand what it's like watching Memento for the first time, where you're just like, what
Mhm.
the fuck is happening? I don't
Right.
understand it. It is so trippy. And the funny thing is that their time travel device, it's like this cardboard box. It's like, that's the whole like it's silly. It's silly in what it is. But like it's one of these things where they don't beat you over the head with what's happening. You have to just
Right.
pay attention and pick up the clues. And like, cause you'll see a character there and then you'll see the character over there and you don't realize it's later. It's not the same guy. It's a guy. Well, it is the same guy, but not the same guy. Cause it's the guy traveling
Mhm.
through time. It's a whole thing. If you like time travel movies, watch Primer. If your head doesn't explode on the first viewing, definitely watch it a few more times. Cause my God, that's that, from a guy who adores time travel films. It will fuck with your head so much. so much. And they literally they made it on like a shoestring budget. It was like a bunch of guys in their camcorders. But yeah,
As a time travel fan, are
yes.
you going forward in time if you get a time machine, or are you going backwards in time?
Oh my God. That's an easy question for me
Hmm.
because having watched so many time travel movies, I understand that if you breathe incorrectly going into the past, you wake up in fucking Nazi run America. Not that we're that
Right.
far off, but it's somebody went back and fucked with shit is all I'm saying. All I'm saying is
Yeah.
somebody went back and fucked with shit. But I would definitely, and I'm also a futurist in the sense of like I love technology. I love this idea of like what can we do next. And so being able to see, jump 20 years, 30 years. I mean, look how far we've come. Forget like, the industrial age and forget, the like all the like just in the last like 10 years, 15 years, like realistically, when we were in high school, there were no cell phone. Fuck smartphones. There weren't even cell phones. They're not even the old break. So
They were about yay big.
yeah, like that far in 20 years. Imagine you jumped 50 years from now. My God. Oh my God, man. It's just everybody's just like plugged in and on Wi-Fi brain cloud computing, and it's just one massive swirl of humanity. We've left our bodies. We're just energy waves. I don't know.
I think if we jumped 50 years into the future, it's either going to be that apocalyptic landscape that you saw in
Yes.
was it Superman versus
In all of them,
Batman?
in all the movies where they jump into the future, it's
Yeah,
always
or
apocalyptic.
or it's going to be like prim of the prim, utopia where no one wants anything, no one needs anything, everything is perfect, and
I'm leaning more towards idiocracy. Future is where I see us going. Yeah, where so I'm saying we are just on the cliff about to.
knocking on the front door, going, "Let me in."
Yes, 1 foot in the door. Uh, if it's a one-way trip, so Scott says if it's a one-way trip, I'd go back in time. If it's a two-way trip, I'd go into the future. I guess, yeah, if you were gonna go back in time and stay there, I don't know. Again, there's so many consequences. There's so many. Perfect example. The movie that I was talking about the guy that can go back and he learns this lesson is because, in the present day, he meets this girl, he falls in love and he get married and they have a kid and
Right.
beautiful daughter and he's so happy and he goes back in time because his sister gets into a car accident. So he's like, oh shit. He's going to go back in time. And it was because she was dating this asshole. So he's like, I'm going to go back in time to before she met him and make sure she doesn't meet him. But then when he comes back to the present time, he goes to pick up his kid. It's a boy now. And it's like, what the fuck? And it's because by her not introducing to him and then this thing happens and that changed it. And apparently the wrong fucking sperm got into the wrong egg and now he has a son. And it's like, that really fucks with your head, man. It's like, imagine if somebody just gave you this, like, here's a 2-year-old, this one's yours. And you're like, I've never met this child in my life. It's just, yeah.
Or you go back in time, you mess with time, and when you left your present day, you were friends with Ben Affleck, and then when you return, now you're friends with George Clooney. I mean, it's like,
I thought you were going to go with Matt Damon. now you're friends with
no,
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Nibby said, just think if we didn't have the dark ages, where would we be technologically? Oh God. Oh man. It's funny, man. I not to go off on a tangent, but yeah. Little changes, huge ripple effects. You're talking to somebody who spent 2 years in the hospital with not a lot to do. And so I would just sit there and go like, well, if I could go back and if I did this, and then I would start the domino effect of, okay, but if I did that, then this wouldn't happen, and then that didn't happen, and then this didn't happen, and that, and it all falls apart, man. The whole
And then
fabric of reality
CQ's
just
driving out or drawing on his padded cell, going, connecting the dots with the lines and stuff like
the
that.
numbers, it's the numbers.
And then he did his
No.
2 years, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, Mr. CQ, you're released now."
No, it definitely didn't release me. Yeah, it's one of those things. The other thing I was going to talk about was that I read a comment
Mhm.
where Xbox basically wants to become the next Marvel. And by saying that, their leadership had made it basically said a thing where they said Call of Duty is bigger than the MCU, which I mean that's a
Yeah.
bold claim. That is a bold claim. But it got me thinking of this idea of like how much we've seen this forward momentum, shows like Fallout,
Mhm.
Last of Us, obviously Walking Dead, like where these treatments, but specifically to video games. We know they're doing a Gears of War. They're doing a Gears of
Yeah.
War, I think it's movie.
Mhm.
They've talked about Sea of Thieves. Minecraft got its movie. We know they're going to do a Call of Duty something, whether it's a series or a movie. We don't know yet. I've heard rumors of Wolfenstein, going back to Wolfenstein. That's going to be something.
Mhm.
So, like, I'm torn as a gamer and a guy who loves pop culture stuff. I'm torn because I want to see these things that I've loved playing brought to life in a new medium. And so, think about how many people watched and fell in love with the show Fallout who had never played a Fallout game. You know what I mean? You've never played a Fallout game? Oh,
No.
fuck.
No, I just never got
That's
into it.
Hang on. And I hung up on him. He's not there anymore. He's not there anymore. I'm kidding.
No, I never got into it. And but the show.
It's a great show. Great show. But man, much like the book to movie, the show is great. I love the show. They nailed it. It knocked it out of the park. But the game, oh my God, the game. Go play the remasters. Jesus Christ. You're killing me, Smalls. Killing me. Anyway. So yeah, it's just this thought of like, what Duke Nukem? Get the fuck out of here, Duke Nukem. That could never. That could never. What streaming service do you think would take a chance at what was it? Freezy? Someone wasn't it? Tubi? Maybe Tubi would
Tubi?
make a Duke Nukem. Wasn't there like a free? I thought there was it was like Freebie or something like that.
Freebie, yeah, but but
one of
Tubi's
those
also free.
One of those knockoff streaming brands, Roku exclusive. It'll be a Roku original Duke Nukem.
Or PlayStation decides to get an exclusive so they could take it off like 5 years later.
Oh my
Can't watch it anymore.
No, dude. That's a whole. We can dive into that subject here in a second because Sony for the win, baby. Doing what it does. Sony for the win. But to finish that thought, I was like, what other franchises deserve adaptations? Uncharted, that they tried it. That didn't work out well. God of War, we know that's coming.
Assassin's Creed, but like seriously, the only problem with Assassin's Creed is, you're gonna have like if you go with the first what? What was the first game that didn't have? There where they stayed in the past and they didn't have you jump present day.
Origins. Like the ancient
Origins.
Egypt one. Yeah.
But the point of the matter is, it's like you would not that it would be a big deal, but the whole fact of the matter, it would have to be a period piece. And are you gonna do? I would say do a TV show, and like, what are you gonna do? First season's gonna be the first game. So who was the main character in the first game? I forget.
Altair.
Yeah. And then
Yes.
what the second, third, and fourth season you can do Enzio in Italy.
Ezio Auditore.
Yes.
Ezio.
And then eventually you got to go do
Connor
the
was
pirate
Yeah, Connor something. Connor
Connor.
something.
I don't know. I mean, I'll be playing that one again because they're getting remastered and
Oh, the
released in what, a
resync.
week.
Yeah. Well, it's technically not the third one. They're resyncing Black Flag, which was
Black
technically
Flag.
the fourth one, which is hilarious because it's the Kenway Connor, Kenway whatever, is the
Yeah.
father of him as a whole. They once
Oh,
they got
yeah.
past 3, they jacked up that timeline bad.
Yeah.
Helldivers 2, that's another one that's coming. The Helldivers movie, which apparently Momoa is not a part of anymore. Like that was a big thing. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, Momoa is good in some things. Other things, I'm like, eh.
Yeah,
I mean,
was he gonna be in? He's gonna be Blanca in Street Fighter.
yeah, he's gonna be Blanca. Yeah.
And then he was set to. Wasn't he gonna be something else this year? Oh, he was Lobo in Supergirl. That's
Yeah, it was Lobo. Yeah.
Yeah. I knew he had 2 big things coming out this year, which was Lobo and Blanca, which yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
go ahead. I just
I was gonna say he was in that movie with Batista earlier in the year.
like the buddy cop kind of thing.
In Hawaii with the actor that plays Boba Fett as the bad guy.
He's not a very imposing dude. Like, God bless him. He's just not. It doesn't cut a mean cloth. But yeah, no. I tried to think of other franchises. I think Assassin's Creed could be a good one. If you're gonna do Assassin's Creed, this is what you do. I'm putting the blueprint here. You go the American Horror Story style, where it's an anthology series where just season upon season, it doesn't have to be this one continuative narrative. You're just jumping around the time. It could be Victorian era. Now it's it's Industrial Revolution. Now it's ancient Egypt. Now and just season after season, whole new cast, whole new whatever. And I think that could be successful. I think it could be successful, but there was something else I was going to say. I can't remember now. What was the other? There was another franchise that I was like, oh man, yeah, that would. I think BioShock. Somebody had mentioned BioShock earlier. That one, it shocks me, pun intended. It shocks me that it has repeatedly. We've got a script, we got a director, we got a start date. Oh no, we lost everything. And then we got a script, and then we got a oh no, we lost everything. And we got a script, and oh no, we're not getting the script. And it's like that of all things seems like such an easy win. Like it's there. It is literally laid out for you. That is the first BioShock game is as perfect story structure as you can fucking get. I just don't get it.
The problem is, like, all right,
too many cooks.
Well, there's that, but no, like, one, I mean, it takes like what 3 to 5 years to get a movie from conceptualization all the way into theaters, right? Trends change, people in the studios change. They get like or they can't get everything together, and they lose either their actors or their production staff or the director. I mean, I would almost say some of these shows slash games into shows. I mean, as much as everybody poo-pooed Halo, I mean, at least like the way it was structured. I
Sure.
just wish the narrative went in a different direction. But I could see if they, and how many times has Halo had an attempt at
That was another one.
doing some
Yeah.
form of media outside of, I mean,
Zelda has been on the
oh yes,
block for 30, 40 years. They've been trying to make a Zelda.
yeah,
And that's finally happening. I remembered what it was. Metal Gear. Metal Gear, I feel like, is a story you can do. Now, you almost have to water it down from how crazy the video games are. But you're telling me an espionage thriller where, he's sneaking into bases and trying to take down these mechs season after season.
hmm
That should be a slam dunk. Slam
yeah.
dunk. Easy. Easy. Um, why hasn't it been done? I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know. I blame Sony. I don't know why. I have no
I
basis,
would, I would,
but I blame
I was, I'm right there with you. I was about to make a comment about Sony because I thought about it for a second.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Just blame Sony on
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I don't know, and I agree with you. Metal Gear. Well, look at it. Stop and think about it. Some things for a minute,
Mhm.
and what some things, what some properties work better in what medium. Because think about it. If they were to go, you're aware they're doing a three-part Batman Nightfall uh,
Yes.
animated series
Yes.
or
Yep.
movies or whatever. Think about it. If they were to do Nightfall, even if they said it was three parts and did it live action, would it succeed? I mean, versus animated, you know, I would rather see a high quality animated a Metal Gear Solid series than I would like a live action. Because here's the other thing. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You do an animated series, you could probably get David Hayter to come back and voice
Probably.
Solid Snake. But if you did a live action, you can, I mean, what, get a guy that maybe sounds like him,
And it's
or
always
try
got
to
to
get the
be,
guy to,
yeah, it's never going to live up to the hype.
correct. Yeah. You know?
Heath says, I wonder if they'll ever make a Resident Evil movie. You got to see the trailer. They just released the trailer for the new Resident Evil movie. And for the first time since like the first Resident Evil movie, I'm like, I want to go see that. Like,
Yeah.
this looks good. Like, they've actually, this is something that's bothered me
Mhm.
because the two schools of thought are you can make a one-to-one adaptation of what exists and put it on film, right? Like I could play Resident Evil, but all right, play 5 minutes, stop. All right, we're gonna do it we're gonna do it that way, and then play another
Yeah.
5 minutes and just reshoot the whole thing. Or there seems to be the other version, which is kind of like the Mila Jovovich, where we're gonna mention things that exist in the middle, but it has like doesn't follow any thread that exists whatsoever.
Right.
I've always felt there's got to be a sort of middle ground that works really well, and we've seen it with Fallout. We've seen it with Last of Us,
hmm
to an extent, Walking Dead, that walk the line of like we are going to be faithful, but we also are going to take some liberties for whatever reason, budget, casting, who
Right.
knows what. Um, this Resident Evil movie that they're doing doesn't follow a certain narrative from the games, but it takes place squarely in this realm of. I loved what the director said. He goes, "My whole intention," and I'm paraphrasing, "my whole intention of making this was to give you the experience of like a player in Resident Evil where you don't know what's
hmm
going to happen. You this isn't some action hero. Like I think in one of the preview screens, like he loaded the gun and he completely missed. Like the idea that this is just a regular guy in a fucking crazy situation, and how would you react to that? And so I loved it. It everything about it says to me like this is going to be really cool and really well done.
Yeah.
And we've seen I think some really interesting things come lately. Perfect example being, I don't know if you saw Obsession, which was made by the YouTuber,
Right.
who he got real popular in these kind of funny YouTube clips, but it's basically a horror movie, but not really a horror movie in the sense that there's a killer on the loose. It's more of psychology taken to the extreme. It's almost a body possession, but not a body possession.
Right.
It's the old monkey paw, right? A wish goes wrong kind of thing. I love that new young visionaries are being given the opportunity. I look at when Jordan Peele, when he kind of left Key and Peele, went off to make horror movies. And it's this idea that, okay, let's do something a little different. Let's
Right.
let's buck the trend a bit. You don't have to do slasher killer. You don't have to do a gore fest horror like a Saw. Like there's these other things. And isn't it weird that the comedic people, the people known for their comedic presence, are the ones that are really coming up with these like psychological, creepy, like just unsettling horror movies. They understand the psychology of people,
Right.
right? And what is, because if you can see what's the funny thing, then you could kind of flip that coin over and go, okay, the extreme of that is like that's super creepy, that's super weird. And so I don't know. I Backrooms did really well. Obsession did really well. I know you didn't like Iron Lung, but that did well enough that he made $100 million or whatever it was. So yeah, I definitely think we're I don't know. I feel like movies are transitioning. They're changing. What the status quo is changing. And obviously that goes with like how we're watching our movies with streaming and things like that, and the media of it. But for a second, let's talk about this Sony thing, because I can't imagine how mad people have to be owning for those not in the know. And correct me if I'm wrong. The gist of it is Sony goes, like, you own these movies that you paid us to own, but we just don't want to have servers for them anymore. So
and the other aspect of it is I think some of them they lost the distribution rights or something. A deal had expired, but the gist of it is, and it goes back to my previous comment 20 minutes ago, physical media. If I go purchase the DVD or Blu-ray disc and I have it physically at my house, what is Sony going to kick my door in and steal my disc off my off my table because they don't want me to have it anymore? No. I mean, because think about it. Oh, I know what it was. I saw a thing on The Lost Boys, that the old Keith Sutherland movie from the late 80s. And I didn't feel like digging through my DVD collection to find it, to watch it. So I'm sitting there trying to find it, and it's not on streaming. It's not on streaming. So there I'm sitting there going, well, fuck. Well, I'm not watching that movie tonight. And I went about my business. But, it's a double-edged sword, because if you can't find it on streaming and you're either A, too lazy to go looking for it, or B, you don't have it, you're not watching it.
yeah.
And now in this case, Sony, if you purchased it on PlayStation or through their accounts or whatever, all these movies you're losing. It's the same thing with the big uproar people have right now with the GTA 5, or excuse me, 6.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
the month of November, if you go purchase a physical copy of the game, you're getting a download code, but you wait till December or whatever, you can get a physical copy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's this whole realm of dancing with the devil when it comes to digital. Yes, I have plenty of games on both my Xbox and PlayStation that are digital, and I know what's going to happen. One of these days, somebody's going to say, "Go get fucked," and I can't play that game anymore. It happened recently. The old Jurassic Park collection. It was the old games from when we were kids. And I saw somebody playing Jurassic Park on Genesis, and I was like, I want to play that. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look for it online, and it wasn't available. And fortunately, I was able to find a physical copy on Amazon, and I got it like a day later or whatever it is, and I was able to start playing it. Then I got frustrated because the first level sucks, and my kid looks at me and goes, "Why are you playing that? I want to play Slime Ranchers too." And I'm like, "All right, fine, take the controller." But anyways,
to Scott's point,
yeah.
yes, digital should be cheaper than physical copies. 100%.
Oh, 100%,
Never understood
yeah.
that. Why they're the same price? Never understood that. I mean, you could argue that the CD cost them money to print, whereas the digital, it cost them money to maintain a server, and so the price is balanced. Is that you could argue that, but I think it's ridiculous. So this was the story basically. Sony recently informed its PlayStation customers in the United Kingdom that they will no longer be able to watch previously purchased movies and shows from a production and distribution company called Studio Canal. As of September 1st, affected customers will no longer be able to stream 551 titles from the PlayStation Store. That is wild. You lose the ability to stream titles such as Outrage, Way of the Yakuza, Paddington 2, Pan's Labyrinth, Rambo 3, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, The Boys in the Striped Pajamas. Classics. All the classics. Who hasn't wanted to watch The Boys in the Striped Pajamas just one more time? It is crazy to me that this is where we're at. But, I don't know, man. I always try to play devil's advocate, and I'm like, I mean, I could see both sides, but I'm like, it's just a shitty position to be in.
Yeah, it's just a shit. It's just such scenario, and it's like, fuck you. The only digital movies I have are the ones that came in the box. No, I take that back. I think I've paid for one, maybe two digital movies, so I won't make a liar out of myself. But the point of the matter is majority of the digital movies I own are from, getting the code in the package. So no, and I don't know.
Who remembers that? Where you'd buy the disc and it's like, oh, hey, here's also a digital download code for you. And you're like, oh shit, I got it. I can watch it at home and I can watch it on the go. And all of a sudden it was like, no more of that. You get one. Yeah. And then we take it back.
Not today.
Not today. All right, we're going to take a short break. I got to go to the bathroom. But we'll take a short break. And we'll be back with more show right after this.
Hey, you there? Yeah, it is right, you. Let me ask you something, alright? Where the hell do you think that you're going? Oh, would you think because the show's going to commercial that means you get to just walk away? Well, CQ asked me to pass on the little message, alright? And it says, I'll be back.
city bright, where heroes rise and take the fight. There's a voice that breaks the night. It's CQ with the insight. From the comics to the silver screens, talking legends and those crazy scenes. Pop culture trends and hidden themes. CQ reveals what it all means. From the comics to the silver screens, talking legends and those crazy scenes. Pop culture trends and hidden themes. CQ reveals what it all means. Pop culture warrior here to ignite, guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charts so bright, we're ready for another flight. Pop culture warrior here to ignite, guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charts so bright, we're ready for another flight. Marvel at the twists and turns, villains playing heroes learn. Every episode we'll discern lessons from the past to learn. Games we play and books we read, CQ's wisdom's what we need. Memories that make us bleed, together we will take the lead. Pop culture warrior here to ignite, guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charts so bright, we're ready for another fight. Pop culture warrior here to ignite, guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charts so bright, we're ready for another flight. Pop culture warrior here to ignite, guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charts so bright, we're ready for another flight. Pop culture warrior here to ignite, guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charts so bright, we're ready for another flight.
Hi there. You're watching Pop Culture Warrior. This is the way.
My daughter and I are excited.
We're back, baby. Welcome back. Welcome
Yeah.
back. Welcome back. We're just talking about X-Men animated 97 season 2 about to premiere. Super excited. I've seen some early stuff. It's good. It's real good. Real good.
The only thing that I've seen is the scene that dropped, was it yesterday, with Cyclops, Jean, Young Cable, and then Storm and Forge bust in with Morph, and they're tackling some sort of droids, and then there's Savage Wolverine with his bone claws, and it looks pretty.
It looks good. For the life of me, and I can't believe this, I shot interviews with AJ Locascio, who's the voice of Gambit. It's like Michael Waterson or something like that, who's the voice of Magneto, and the original and still current voice of Rogue. I shot interviews with all three of them, never released it. I was literally, it's so funny, man. The other week, I was like going through my old files and stuff like that. I was like, man, how is it nobody's talking about? These were really good interviews. And I went, oh my God, I never actually posted them. So this weekend, be on the lookout for my interview from like 6 months ago with Lenore and Michael and AJ. It's really, really good. Really,
Three
really
more
good.
names going up on the board of people who will never show up on Pop Culture Warrior.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Funny you should mention that. And what actually made me think about it too was that two of them, I won't say who, but two of them, we've talked, and I said, hey, man, I'd love to have you on the show. And they go, well, why don't we wait till the season premieres, and that way we can talk about it? Because they're like, we can come on beforehand, but then we can't say diddly squat. But they're like, once the episodes come out, we can talk all about it. And I was like, bet, let's do it. So stay tuned soon. We're going to have some X-Men joining us. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Get so excited. Such a nerd.
Oh, there's so much excitement about the X-Men. Oh, I mean, shoot, I've got to clean up my toy room and do an appropriate toy tour because I've got some decent X-Men stuff. In fact, you can see, you guys can't see it because of the bubble, but I've got a Magneto hanging right here.
Yeah, I've got a great crotch shot of him. So,
oh yeah,
that's exclusive for me. That's not for the audience. That's just for me. I got a Magneto upskirt over here.
Yes, yeah. Well,
cloak.
This season, I hope he goes crazy. I mean, the stuff that's been dropped in the trailer if you know anything about your X-Men history from like 30, 40 years ago, this could go crazy.
Oh, it's going to be good. I'm very excited for it. What was it? There's something else. We haven't done a giveaway in a little while. Partly because haven't done a show in a while.
Oh, yeah.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
The other part of it is like, I mean, for those that were around in the holiday season, I blew my load. I let it all go. There was nothing left. I found like a pencil or something like that. Like that was all that was left. But already off to the side, the big box has already started to fill, and in just 2.5 weeks, I leave for San Diego Comic-Con, the holy Mecca, the holy land of Nerdvana. And so I'm thinking it's long overdue. When I get back from San Diego Comic-Con, we do a big, massive giveaway blowout and just get rid of everything that I've collected since the holiday season. Maybe that'll be the thing. Maybe I'll just do like twice a year, big ones, and then just be like, hey, we're doing a double time giveaway drink, and some little ones here and there when they pop up. But I think I might start doing like the big summer blowout and then the big holiday blowout.
Are you bringing an extra suitcase just for all the stuff that you're going to pick up for these giveaways?
Laugh? I did that last year. I packed a suitcase in a suitcase last year because I knew how crazy it was going to be, and I filled that bad boy up. And so I had suitcase in a suitcase, and then I had my backpack, which was empty when I flew there. And when I came back, I had both suitcases filled, the backpack filled, and I think I had a bag that I was holding on to as well. So yes, there will be, and I've got people coming with me. Last year at San Diego Comic-Con, I did it by myself. This year, I've got 2 extra people coming with me. So even more hands to bring stuff back from. So yeah.
Let me guess. It's going to be Nemo and
Did you say you cut out? So I didn't even hear the second one.
Nemo and King. Nemo and King are coming with you.
Close. Nemo and Plague from FTX is going to be joining us out.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So they will be joining us out in San Diego this year. And it's going to be good.
Now, to save money, are you guys staying in the homeless village?
In one bathtub. We've the 3 of us will be sharing one bathtub at a hostel. So it is a public access bathtub. that will be
And
used.
and the fact that you're going to be in the bathtub, that means you're closer and readily accessible to have ice dumped on you, so you can have your kidneys removed.
Yes, exactly. It's all inclusive, all inclusive. So there
So starting in
was
August, it'll be Bad Mike and Angry Elf again as CQ is recovering from kidneys.
um, anybody wants to donate a kidney to me, that'd be great. I'm gonna be on a long waiting list.
We'll
There
start a
is a bit
GoFundMe.
there's a bit of bad news that we need to talk about. A little bit of sad
Uh-oh.
news, bad news. There was a loss recently had here. I am no longer the veterans champion of the SRG LFF Super Show Veterans Division. I lost the title.
Wait, CQ lost? Is that humanly possible?
I if I'm being honest, there might have been some cheating going on. I'm just saying. It didn't feel like I should have lost, but I
Doesn't
did.
ever feel like you're gonna lose.
I did lose the title, so I just
man.
wanted to one last time for all the folks at home to see me with it. It's so sad. It's so sad.
Everybody, a moment of silence.
I'm in a class
Everything
cage of emotion.
Yes. It's all right, CQ. You'll get him next time, bud.
It was good while it lasted, but it's going. CQ, the specialist, was defeated by Jack's Pet of the Year. Was who beat me for the veterans title.
Jack's
yes.
Pet of the Year?
Jack's.
You were beat by somebody.
A Boston Terrier. Yes, I was beat by a Boston Terrier for the veterans title. And what's worst, he's Navy.
Oh. All right. And yeah, we're going to have to talk
Shame.
offline about
Shame
what we're gonna do.
upon my house. Shame
Yeah.
upon my family. Shame
Yeah.
upon my children. Just shame.
Yeah.
Shame. So, for those out there, veterans of the community that would like your chance to one day hold the veterans title, very simple. Get yourself a deck of SRG's Super Show and, get online and find another veteran to play with and work your way up to the number one contendership. I am not out of it just yet. All right. As a former champion, I deserve the right to a rematch. So I will be citing whatever penal code, whatever subchapter rule, but I want
Penal
my
code.
rematch. Jax.
I don't think it's a penal code, but okay.
Whatever. For me, everything's a penal code. Everything.
True.
Everything's a penal code if you try hard enough. That's what I say.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Oh, man. I just, for the life of me, man. You got people saying hi in the chats. Hi back to you. They're like, I said hi. I'm like, all right, man, hi. Jesus. So pushy.
Yeah, he's a busy man. I mean,
sorry if I don't say hi back.
Have you ever tried to run a show and run a chat at the same time? I did it once and never again.
It's not so easy. Man, there's so many things that I want to talk about. So San Diego Comic-Con's coming up. We've already got some really cool stuff set up for that. I'm excited for. Dragon Con, it looks like I've been trying to maneuver my schedule and allow me to do it. So it looks like I might forego New York Comic-Con this year, which I haven't done in like 7, 8, 9 years. But I might shift and forego New York Comic Con, have someone else cover that one, and then instead go to Dragon Con in Atlanta. So looking at doing that. What else? There's so many. There's so many things.
Skipping New York Comic Con? That's
I
like saying
know.
you're skipping Christmas.
I know. And they've been so good to us for so many years.
Yeah.
It's one of those, and honestly, that's kind of where we cut our tooth, right? Is that the phrase? You cut your tooth?
Yeah, you cut your teeth. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really where we learned how to be press at a convention. And so
Yeah.
it's one of those things where we never have a bad time at New York Comic Con. But if I'm being
No.
honest, it is the most expensive trip of the year. Like, it
Yeah,
is
'cause
cheaper for me to fly to San Diego Comic Con and be there
Right.
for 7 days than it is for me to drive to New York and be there for 4.5, 5 days. Isn't that crazy?
It's New York.
That's
It's New York for you.
insanity. But in San Diego, I'm flying across the country for 7 days. And it's cheaper
Yeah.
by a large margin. A large margin. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars, large margin.
Now, are you flying, first class? Are you
Obviously. No,
flying?
I don't. First of all, private jet. There's no classes in private jets. Okay, it's
That's
just,
where all the Patreon money goes, to the
that
private
is
jet.
it. That is it.
Ah.
That is it. You got me.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm lucky if they'll let me hold on to the wing in most flights. Like you've heard of the jump seat? I have to take like the bathroom seat. That's my seat on most planes. I have to like spread them and let people go in between. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, well,
It's uncomfortable. Fucking Patreon money. Patreon money. Don't get me started. Because you know how many times I've thought about just like stopping the Patreon? Because I'm like, I feel bad because I want to do more for it, but I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Right.
How do I bring value to it? I started doing the thing where I was like, all right, I'll just put like raw, unedited interviews on there. And that way, like, that's something. You can only see them if you have access to the Patreon. But I'm like, even then, most of the stuff I do is public. It's very few things that I do that are kind of like not live. And so those are the only things that I could, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I could elevate that and make it something worthwhile, something I'm not embarrassed by. Because I'm embarrassed to have a Patreon because I don't put cool stuff on there. Like I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy a 3D printer, and then that way, like, I can like 3D print stuff, and I can send it to my. I'm like, I don't know what else to do. I don't know.
I mean, you could just start, putting feet on there.
I already have a Foot Finder profile. That's different.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's
So that's how you afford to be able to hang on to the side of the airplane.
That's the one. That's the one.
Okay, that makes sense now.
What else? There was something else I was going to talk about, and I can't. This is why I gotta have notes. Literally, I have notes everywhere because I'm like, otherwise I'll forget what the hell I'm talking about. Supergirl, it's not looking good. We kind
unfortunately
of knew that. In fact, I have a friend of mine who literally just stepped out of the theater, who just saw it, and I love this. He says,
right.
I always try to be objective, but Supergirl is a super no. So,
wow. Wow.
That's yikes. He said, just ... don't.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that they tried to adapt. Was it the Tim King storyline?
Yeah. Or she's like an
from the
alcoholic.
comics a couple years back. But the author, or not the author, but the writer of the movie recently admitted that she didn't fully understand what was going on in that storyline and just kind of made it up. And the person that was reporting on this goes, "Yeah, it shows." You know,
Sure.
so I don't know. I don't know. We'll
I
see. I
would
mean,
I would say this. I don't know. I thought it was a tough sell from the jump.
well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've heard people say it should have been a Lobo movie with Supergirl, uh, guest starring or whatever you want to, not so much cameo, but she's shows up in the movie as well.
Yeah.
Um, because Lobo, Jason Momoa would have been able to pull a lot more, just give him some more screen time or whatever. But it is what it is. I mean, I don't
I'm
know.
listen, I have hopes for Lanterns, and I'm hoping Lanterns turns things around because I love James Gunn.
When is
I
that?
love his stuff. I think it's great,
Yeah. When is
but
Lanterns? August?
it was like October. Let me double check.
Oh,
Thought it was later.
okay.
Lanterns television series. It is August 2026. So only about a month and a
Okay.
half. Till then, I'm hoping that it does well. I really am because
I mean, it could. I don't know. The only critique I'll say about James Gunn is his movies have always done well as an ensemble.
hmm,
I'm not just referencing
Guardians of the
Guardians of the
Galaxy.
Galaxy
Yeah.
or the Suicide Squad, but like Slither, the Nathan Fillion movie.
Hmm.
That was, I mean, yeah, it was a Nathan Fillion vehicle, but it was 100% an ensemble cast. I'm trying to
Well,
think another
even
movie.
Superman, the Superman movie
Oh,
that came out was 100% an ensemble
oh
cast.
yeah, yeah,
It was
exactly.
nowhere near a Superman solo movie.
No,
I just and to be fair, as much as this is like James Gunn's universe now,
yeah,
as I understand it, he didn't have a lot to do with Supergirl specifically, right? Like,
right.
from the same way like Feige's not hands on every, minutia thing, like you're overseeing it from
Hmm.
above. Whereas like the Superman, he was day to day in the Suicide Squad, the Creature Commandos, like all that stuff he was like
Yeah,
directly involved in. This one wasn't. This was overseen by him, but very much done by other people. So, there is that. I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't know. I
I don't
where I
know.
stand on it, and I'm sure you
Yeah,
as a girl dad would appreciate this, is that there should be woman empowerment in film. There should be people of
yeah.
color empowered in film. Like there should be. But for that to work, the people they're trying to represent need to show up to the theaters. And
Well, yeah.
if women don't
That's
go to see Supergirl, you can't get mad if guys don't go to see Supergirl.
and what was it? God, someone did, and I may be getting my movies confused, but somebody did a breakdown that said who actually showed up to these films, and it was something crazy like 50 or 60. No, yeah, it was something close to 60% guys went to go see Supergirl with only like 40% of girls, and most of them, yes, that's what it was, because most of those that went and saw Supergirl, those guys were middle-aged, older men who went and saw Supergirl, and probably it's because they, you know, read Supergirl comics or super, family, uh, you know, fans and stuff, and so they just wanted to see the continuation of the story. But then again, you go off and you talk about it, like Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman movie, the first one,
First one was
that
great.
did phenomenal. Yeah, the
Second one
second
was
one,
a fucking abortion of a movie. Like, it was a terrible movie.
oh yeah, that
It
was
was
bad. I mean, I'm
so
glad.
bad.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
um,
I don't know who that was for, but it wasn't for superhero fans. It wasn't for Wonder Woman fans. It wasn't for movie fans. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck they made that movie for. It was a terrible movie.
it's like they
Terrible.
made the movie. It's like they made the movie to keep the license, even though WB owns DC outright. Like
I
it
just,
was a bad movie.
it, oof. It was such it's a movie where they go like we started shooting one thing and then they just did a bunch of rewrites and then they shot a whole different other thing and then in the edit room they were just like, well, fuck it, we'll just all like, it's just a mishmash of everything. It was just bad. It was tone deaf and bad and just wow.
And they didn't
Wow.
even follow and they didn't even follow their own lore. Like, you know,
There was so
so
much wrong
whatever.
with it. So much wrong with it. You bringing up old shit. That universe doesn't even exist anymore. I was just looking at comicbook.com ranked what they call the 5 most disappointing movies of 2026 so far. And funny enough, we haven't really talked about any of these 5 movies.
Wow.
Now, they don't necessarily specify what they consider disappointing, whether that's like box office return or just from a story point standpoint or acting
Right.
wise or whatever. But their 5 most disappointing movies of 2026 so far are ranked from 5 to 1. 5, the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which I enjoyed the movie. I did. But I can
Yeah.
see from a certain standpoint of where, like, it was a bit underwhelming. It was a bit disappointing in the sense of where, like, I don't know, the first one really was like, whoa, it really caught me off guard with, like, this really great story. And the second one was just kind of like, yeah, cool, nostalgia bait. Like, I remember that thing. I remember, like, it was just a lot of, like,
Yeah.
it was a lot of member berries, right? Like, you remember that thing? You remember
Remember.
that thing?
Yeah.
You remember that thing?
Yeah, but that's what those movies are for.
I mean,
You
sure,
know?
but they should have a good story.
That's
Only thing
true.
that came out of that, my kid has the hots for Rosalind. Like, he is now obsessed with her. He's like, I'm gonna marry her. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, keep it in your pants. Anyway, number 4, most disappointing movie so far. Again, ranked by comicbook.com. Number 4 is Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2, which again, a bit surprising because I heard a lot of people liked it and enjoyed the movie. And
I did. I saw it
I,
opening weekend. It was pretty good.
again, I'm only assuming they expected more from it, and that's why they were disappointed by it. Because I can't say it's a box office bomb. I can't say it was a bad movie. So I'm guessing they're just going based on we expected more from it. Number 3, and it's like they're hitting you over the head with these. Number 3, The
Yeah, I know, right?
Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh, that movie was horrible. That
I,
was like 3 or 4 episodes stitched together. Sorry.
yeah, I agree. Was it the old thing of like, this meeting could have been an email? This is the movie equivalent of this movie could have been an email.
Yeah.
This movie could have been an episode, a special double episode of Mandalorian and Grogu. So that goes without saying. Number 2, The Bride. Did anyone actually go see The Bride? I forced one of our guys to go see it. K-Mill, our lucky K-Mill, got to see an early sneak peek of The Bride, the Maggie Gyllenhaal-led retelling of The Bride of Frankenstein. And he was like, I don't get it. He came out of the movie, he's like, I don't. He's like, the best comment. He goes, I don't know if I liked the movie or not. Like, I was confused by it. It's like parts of it I liked and parts of it I was just very confused. So it was like a if you made a music video porno weird crossover, like, it was just weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
And the number one movie that comicbook.com ranks as the most disappointing movie of 2026 so far, Scream 7. Scream 7, the most disappointing, which for all of its, it had so much drama and like people were coming back and not coming back. And, they said this and said that. A lot of people were disappointed by what they thought could have been a much better movie. Hey, Tom, what's up, man? What else? There was some, man, it's driving me nuts. There was something I wanted to talk about. I can't for the life. God, Christ, shit. Fuck.
All these crazy theories about what's going to happen in Brand New Day.
Oh man,
I've stopped watching
I
that
know.
crap.
I've for the life of me, like I want. This is the problem.
Mhm.
The more speculation
Mhm.
that goes into these things, the bigger disappointment it's going to be, right? Like, instead of just going, we're getting a new Spider-Man movie, yay! It's, well, this guy's going to be it, and that guy's going to be it, and then I think it'll be this, and you paint this fucking tapestry, this Sistine Chapel mural of all the things that are going to happen. And when it's just a decent Spider-Man movie, you're like, well, that sucked. Because all this headcanon of ridiculous shit that I thought was going to happen didn't happen. So we lost Angry Elf. We lost him. We'll put him. Is he back? You back?
Back.
He's back.
There's
He's
a glitch.
back.
My computer hiccuped. It went,
my AI Angry Elf froze up on me. Yeah, he's spazzed out on me. I ran out of credits. I had to put more credits into Angry Elf. But yeah, so it's this thing of like if I told any Spider-Man fan, hey man, we're gonna get a live action movie and the Hulk's gonna be in it and Punisher's gonna be in it, like how? And oh my God, that's gonna be so awesome! But this rabid fan base needs to this and that, and fucking Mephisto, and then Doctor Doom's, and then the X-Men are gonna be in it, and it's like, Jesus Christ, just fucking go watch it's a man swinging on webs, sticking to walls.
Yeah.
Be happy. Be happy. What happened? Why are we this way?
Can you remember when you and I went and saw Spider-Man 2, in 2004? We saw it, 3 times that weekend? Like, and just how happy we were just to see, a guy swinging around, fighting another guy with 4 mechanical arms. And, yeah.
It
And,
was so
I don't
good.
know.
It was so good.
That was
We've lost it.
Yes.
We've lost something. I keep coming back to this whole curmudgeon-y thing of like, kids these days don't appreciate, back in my day, we had to go to the theaters to watch our Spider-Mans. Like,
our Spider-Man had broken back.
Back in my day, we liked our Spider-Man to have organic webbing, all this newfangled technology.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see in a month. Who knows?
I mean, maybe. I'm excited for Brand New Day. I think it's great. Because again, as a Spider-Man fan, like Brand New Day, it rings like it causes me pain because of like what that did for the Spider. You have to read Spider-Man comics to know what that is associated with, and the hurt that it collectively gave us, the pain. And so when they announced that as the title, I went, ah! Like I had like a
I know, right?
PTSD flashback. Or like, ah!
No. In fact, I will tell you, Brand New Day, that storyline is what caused me to quit reading Spider-Man comics. Like, right? Because
Yeah.
up to that point, I had read Spider-Man consistently for, other than a few hiccup breaks, I read Spider-Man consistently for like almost 20 years. And
Yeah.
that storyline, the one before it, what was it? The
Matt
Amit,
Moreland.
yeah, where all this fallout from Civil War happened.
Yeah.
That was like, are you serious? And I was like, oh, this can't be the new status quo. Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And it's been almost 20 years.
Yeah. And it's I don't know. Anyway, it's the whole thing. It's I was in the hospital like when I was actively back into comic books. And so I'm like, do. And then Brand New came. I'm like, oh, this can be, what is this? Like, what did they do? You're shitting on my childhood. And so,
That wasn't as bad as the Clone Saga.
I mean, you could argue which one was worse.
Yeah.
I mean, really. You could say some good came out of the Clone Saga. I'm still waiting for the good that came out of Brand New Day.
Yeah.
Do I also shake my fist at skateboarders in my neighborhood? Yes, but it's not skateboarders. These fucking kids and their goddamn electric scooters now. That's what's all over our fucking neighborhood. I'm like, you goddamn kids and your electric scooters, fucking kick like a normal child. Like fucking gotta like normal kids. And then they just say,
And then after CQ has one of his rants, he's got to sit down because he's like,
Dude, I'm literally sweating. This is causing me to sweat. Anyway.
Well, it doesn't help that it's like 100 degrees on the East Coast.
Oh, yeah, there's that too. Do we need a Sinister Six movie? Man, here's the thing. Can it be done? Yes. But I don't think the parties that would need to be involved are going to play nice for that to happen. Because we know that Marvel has this pact with Sony so that they could use Spider-Man within the MCU, but they really can't get into his rogues gallery, really. Like, obviously, we've seen, Scorpion's going to be in this, and like Boomerang and all these, the Hand, and a bunch of random shit that really makes no sense. But, like, there's a reason that we haven't seen Green Goblin outside of, bringing back
Norman, or not Norman,
William Dafoe.
William Dafoe.
That's what Sony seemed to be trying to do with like Venom and Morbius and Craven and all these, because they were trying to build this, like, we're going to build this rogues gallery of villains. And then there was, like the ultimate plan was to bring Spider-Man and then have like this version of the Sinister Six. But they suck. They suck so hard at making... I don't understand it. I don't.
Well, if you remember at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2, they were like this. That was the problem with that movie. It was the last third of the movie was attempting to set up the future and the whole Sinister Six, whatever it was going to be. And I remember at one point hearing that they were going to do a Sinister Six movie that was going to be on par with like the Suicide Squad, where Spider-Man wasn't going to be in it. It was just going to be the Sinister Six coming together to go off on an adventure to do, I don't know, rob a casino in Vegas. I don't know.
It doesn't work. Like,
Oh,
that's the thing. And this is why I said Venom doesn't work as a standalone without Spider-Man. They are intrinsically linked. If you I'm trying to think, what would be a good example? If you made a Johnny Storm movie where it's not Fantastic Four, it's just Johnny Storm. And I'm like, could it be good? Maybe. Most likely, would it be good? No, because that character is built on the relationships of the characters that support him, that are around him. The same way I wouldn't want to see a Mole Man movie of just Mole Man by himself, or like Sony presents Mole Man. Like, fucking, why? Why? You know, what makes him interesting is when he fights the Fantastic Four. Like, that's what makes him interesting. I don't know, man. This is why when they had talked about making like a Silver Surfer movie, and I was like, what fun is that? Just a guy going from planet to planet? Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm here, you're gonna get eaten. Sorry. Like, that's the movie we're doing. Like, there are certain relationships that these characters, they have to, you know.
They could do a Silver Surfer movie, but you're gonna have to bring in, like some of these other characters that maybe they didn't have, access to at the time. Man. I mean, that's, you know, with any luck, Sony's like one or two hacks away from freaking, having to just close everything up, shut it all down. Spider-Man rolls over to freaking back to the MCU.
I've been saying that for 20 years now. I've been
Yeah,
they're just one movie away, just one bad movie away.
No, it's not gonna happen.
They
still make CD players, so they're fine. They're making money. Yeah.
Sony's in the back like, VCR's coming back, boys. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's any day now. It's any day now. It's our time. Like The Boys. We need a comic villain driven movie or TV series, something like The Boys. Could it work? I'm trying to think. I'd have to see the vision for it. I mean, like the Suicide Squad, like The Boys. I mean, because even the Boys, they have good pushing against. There's this. Yes, the bad overwhelms the good, but there is that good pushing back. If you just did, I mean, I think the Suicide Squad works. They're bad guys being forced to do good. You have to have that push and pull. If it's just Sinister Six getting together, Ocean's 11 style, where they're just like, all right, Vulture, you're gonna come in off the roof and you're gonna swoop in and take Scorpion, and Scorpion's gonna, I don't think it works. You need that push and pull. That's why I think like Spider-Man going or having Punisher in the Spider-Man movie, or even Hulk in the Spider-Man movie, I think it works because it shows that drastic difference, right? Because Spider-Man and Punisher are both street level heroes. Obviously, one's genetically altered or whatever, but street level heroes. But very colorful, very silly, very quippy, versus very dark and brooding, and then Hulk is this massive beast, raw thing, and Spider-Man's the quick, agile, moving. So like that's what makes it entertaining to watch. But if you just have a bunch of, I don't know. I think everybody's have a hard time making villains the protagonists. Like why can't we get a Darth Vader movie hunting down the surviving Jedi? Believe it or not, I think that is one of the times I think it could work. I think you could have a Darth Vader. Look at what was that game? The Jedi, Lost Jedi, or something like that. The one where he had the apprentice, Star Killer.
You're talking about
Force
The
Unleashed.
Force Unleashed.
Yes, Force Unleashed. You know, for as much as you were playing as Starkiller, it's a Darth Vader story about he has this
Mhm.
secret apprentice, and that's what he's using to hunt the Jedi and all this and all that. I think very much so. You could have, and we saw it with both Ahsoka series and the Obi-Wan series, where some of the best moments in those series were when Darth Vader shows up and does his thing.
Mhm.
I think you could. I'd wager that you could get people very excited about seeing, like, if you just took the high, like that one badass scene from like Rogue One with Vader,
Mhm.
and then his appearances in Ahsoka and his appearances in Obi-Wan, and you just kind of mushed it all together into one like narrative storyline. That would be a hell of a fucking fun thing to watch, I think.
Well, did you watch the Maul series?
No, I never got around to that one. I heard good things
Oh,
though.
I won't spoil it because it's probably common knowledge now. But Vader shows up in the final episode, and it's kind of like that Rogue One scene, at the end where he's just all rage, just all, there's if there's no dialogue, there's nothing. He just,
Just him
is
whooping
destroying
ass.
it. Yeah. And so I think if you were to do a Darth Vader, because they did a Darth Vader comic book for years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Marvel did. If you did a Darth Vader series or movie, the only thing you would have to do is be able to make sure you got Hayden Christensen, on board, and then somebody's got the AI freaking voice of James Earl Jones. So you can keep the voice going, and
Mhm.
then otherwise, yeah, you could do it. And yeah, definitely 100% him hunting down the Jedi, or him going on doesn't even need to be hunting down the Jedi. It could be he's gone some side quest for the Emperor, or he's just, he's going off on an adventure. And,
Yeah. He's still trying to bring Padme back. He's
yeah,
hunting mystical artifacts to connect with the dead.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways you could do it, and I think it would be, um,
But I,
narratively interesting.
but I think the whole thing about bringing somebody like Vader and giving them their own series versus somebody like Venom is Darth Vader is immensely more popular and immensely more recognizable than Venom. Um, you know, and maybe not so much maybe not so much nowadays the kids, but I don't know. In fact, I'd still argue that. I'd still say Vader's more popular.
I mean, we'd have to get into, we could argue that because we'd have to get into like popular by what means, like more people know about him, more people like him. You know what I mean? Like, what are we
Yeah.
saying when we're talking more popular? I will say that I believe there have been more incarnations of Venom. There's been more stories. Like he's been in more pop culture, because whereas Vader is like appeared in Star Wars and I'd say even realistically, like Vader, and this is to his credit, for only appearing a certain amount in each of the original 3 movies and then not again for like 30 years, because it was a large swath of time. We've got him a lot lately with like Rogue One and Obi-Wan and Ahsoka and all these things, but there was a large period of time between the originals and the prequels, and then between the prequels and a lot of the stuff now, where he wasn't really
Yeah.
utilized as a character or as in anything. It was like, it's like it's like when you hear the stories of that one senior, like it's like the stories of
Yeah.
him lived a lot longer than the feats performed. But
Yeah.
I mean, and also there's been multiple Venoms. There's been multiple Venoms, just Venoms. And then there's the multiple spin-offs of Venom, like Carnage and Toxin and Shriek and all these other. So, I don't know. To say one is more popular than the other, I mean, I don't got no skin in the game as far as who I think is better. You know.
I mean, I like Venom as much as I like Darth Vader. I mean, it's just I don't know. We've seen it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Just as long as Sony's not involved.
Yes, that's God forbid if Sony did Star Wars. Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
I mean, you think it can't get worse, but it can.
It can.
It can, so much so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to wind it down for the night. I want to obviously thank my wonderful co-host, Angry Elf. Thank you so much for being here and coming out and hanging out with us. Remembering us little people as you're off gallivanting around the world, you know.
Yeah.
Remember where he started. I remember when his bubble was just yay high, yay big. It got so much bigger since the last time you were here. Your bubble's getting bigger. But yes, man, obviously you're always welcome to come out and hang out with us and do things with us, and hopefully one day you can come out and do a convention with us, man.
I know. Every time I get excited to do it, life comes and kicks me square in the nuts.
I mean, I really feel like you're doing it on yourself. You know, I feel like
probably am.
I feel like you're really just purposefully trying to avoid us at all costs. But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. Yes, I don't want to go to Mecca. I don't want to go to, San Diego, the Spanish word for whale's dick, and enjoy myself. Vagina. That's right. Get your pop culture
vagina.
Yes. I need to go. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, we have lots and lots of stuff coming. FTX is back this week. We took some time off as I was traveling and sick. We have so many more games. I was moving stuff around. I went, oh my God, there's so many games we have to play. And very happy to announce that we're going to be giving away games too now, because companies are sending us more than one copy of games. So you know what that means. Giveaways now on FTX also. So tune in on Friday nights, every other Friday night for FTX, so that you can possibly win a game that we may or may not be playing. I don't know. We got to find out. I'm thinking of anything else? Any other plugs? We got guests coming. Up. Let me double check. There's so much we're doing. Ooh. I'm just going to announce it here. Haven't even told the station this yet. I'm going to announce it right here. We're breaking news. We're going to start doing this thing where once a week we're going to post up kind of like the calendar of events. And so you'll be able to see for that month all the guests that are scheduled for all the days, events we're going to be at. So yeah, it's something. I had a vision. I'm not having a stroke. I'm pretty sure I'm not having a stroke. But yes, we're going to do that. That's going to happen. It's going to be awesome. I don't have a guest scheduled yet until well, that's going to change. Because I do have two guests that want to come on before San Diego Comic-Con. So, yes. And then we've got the X-Men coming. Stay tuned. The X-Men are coming. What was that?
That was the theme song. Dum dum dun 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 dun.
You did it so low. All I heard was like dun dun. I was like, all right. Yes.
Oh.
Dun, No, we're gonna get copyright strike. Don't do that. Not affiliated with any other brand or monitor. Hey, what's up, Pete? How you doing, man? All right. With that, also, I gotta put it out there because I'm a weak man. I did go out and buy Magic the Gathering cards because they did Marvel superheroes. I'm a weak, sad, pathetic man. I said I was done with Magic. I said I was done.
Yeah,
I was out. They got me with the Spider-Man last year, and they got me with the Marvel superheroes this year. So, yay!
So do we need to go to a meeting?
I'm a weak, sad little man. Yeah, it's bad.
It's okay.
It's bad. It's really bad. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate my guest, my co-host extraordinaire.
Ciao.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight, and we'll see you next week. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'll be sick.
Who knows?
I don't know. Why? I don't know. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Shots.
Let's see it.